go. Go. Ready, go. Yeah, you can see that you're turning the body and then try to hit the ball here. And then the low body is not engaged that much.
Not involved.
And then you see that you're pulling this way, so the swing plane is more inward here. Yeah, so as we saw in the data, the main thing today will be engaging your low body. Since you are an experienced golfer, so see how well you respond to the step drills. So basically we'll try the two-step swing drills. All right, so stage one of the two-step swing drills, keep the feet together, throw the club toward the target first, so it's called the trigger motion. Using this here and then take a step away and then bring it back. During the backswing, take this toward the step and then swing. So the main thing is you have to keep the club head moving continuously and then you have to introduce the steps.
So this way, and through.
Yeah. Okay, let's repeat that. Sit over there. So here, instead of try to use your upper body, try to use the lower body more. So and then also currently you don't have to swing that hard. Just to try to feel the flow. So the first step was late. So what should happen is throw this and take the away step, and as you are going through the backswing, you'll have to take the toward step and then let it go. That was late, and you did not take the second step. No second step. You have to take the second step toward the target. This time the step was too big, and then it was late. The second step was late. So your goal is to continuously move the club head, but in between you have to introduce those steps. Now it's getting better, yes. Again. Yes, and here, let's add this rhythm here. So instead of just going like this, bring it back and then let it go. Try to have a little bit of up and down feel. That's better. And now, instead of paying attention to your downswing, try to pay more attention to the backswing. Try to have more windup. And then, so now your motion is getting smoother, okay? So it's getting better. Use a more rigorous trigger. The trigger is too weak here. Bring back. Okay, now make the trigger fast, also backswing fast. Ah, that was too small. The trigger motion was too small. You have to have rigorous and active trigger and backswing. That means, bring it back. Okay? Instead of small motion, just using your wrist. Still, this is too weak. So try to bring the club about this high in the trigger. Yeah, and then a bit bigger motion. And using that, have active backswing, faster backswing. Yes. And then during the backswing, you use your arms, you snapped. So instead of using arms, try to use the shoulder turn. Bring it back here.
You take it back.
Yes, now it's getting smoother. So you have to use the active trigger and then fast the backswing. Using that, have a good wind up and then let it go. And then after the wind up, hold it there. Instead of go up and then quickly coming down, go up and then keep it here and then let it go. From the top, with the one motion, let it go. Instead of go up and then come down a little bit and then try to swing hard.
Okay. More of a pause there.
So keep good wind up and then take advantage of the wind up in the downswing. Still you lower it and then try to. So what happens is on the way down, you tend to lower your body intentionally. That steals the timing.
Sorry, I can't do that.
So go up here instead of lowering your body here. If you have to lower your body, then it's got to be during the backswing here. Lower here, and then you have to lower the body on this side here. Go here and then lower here, and then on the way down, just let it go. No intentional lowering of your body. That steals your timing. No need to open your chest early. From the closed position, your back is toward the target. Okay? So at the end of the backswing, your back is toward the target, right? From here, just one motion and let it go. Still you're opening. You tend to open your chest first and then try to do this. So start the downswing. So go here instead of open the body and then let it go. Go from here in the closed position, then just one motion. Yeah. When you start the downswing, keep the back toward the target. Still. This time you just push it way up here. So the club went this way. So here. Once you go up here, instead of lowering the body, when I saw you were sort of practicing early on, you had tendency of doing this. But instead, go up here, just one motion, let it go. Instead of opening this. Yeah. With the lowering motion, you tend to open the chest early. With that, the club goes away from your body. The lowering will steal the timing, so you cannot push the ground with the lead leg at the right timing. So everything is all connected. Yes, as one motion. in the downswing. Let it go.
No lower than that?
Yeah. So really take a full advantage of wind up here. So when you have a continuous wind up from here, just let it go. Instead of go up here and then lower, open this and then try to do something. Yeah, so imagine the clock spring. When you turn the spring, it'll build tension, right? And then just unleash it. So have a good eccentric contraction where this tension is building here. From here, just let it go. That's better. That's better. That flow is better. Yeah. As you repeat this again and again, because this is really natural movement pattern, you will automatically get used to it. So just swing. And then try to increase the backswing size because because you need to have good wind up, shoulder turn, and then let the club go more. When the club stops somewhere here, then you will use your arms because these are not ready. Remember, in your kinematic sequence, you tend to use the chest and shoulders at the same time. It's because of this motion here. Go around, let the arms and club go a bit more, and then wind up here, and then throw the arms and club.
Got it.
Yes, that's a good magnitude here. So keep the club more horizontal here.
On the top?
At the top, yeah.
Is that longer?
That's good. That's good. Again. And then, so your goal is not to swing and then open the body like this, but rather from this position, let it go and then slowing down, deceleration. Your goal is not to go to this position here. That's why you have delayed onset of peak angular velocity in the downswing, because in your intention, you try to do this. But from here, from the position here, let it go, and then just slow down and then finish this position. So your body will slow down way earlier. Okay, so let your arms and club go. That's better. So really, in the end, you have to let the arms, the hands, and the club go, and using the momentum of the club head, you are hitting the ball, instead of influencing it with your body.
Far back from my leg. Let's see if I can do it.
That the backswing is short. So good wind up and have more time at the top, and then so that your lower body can ready for the downswing, and then let it go. It was rushed. Yeah. So again, the whole purpose of this good wind up is having more time so that your lower body can prepare. You have to really allow time for your lower body to prepare. Yeah, you're not really letting the upper body go more. So doing the backswing, instead of holding it here, okay, let it go all the way here, and then bring it in. This is okay. If you have to go this much, this is okay. But make sure you have this reverse pivot posture here.
Okay.
With the pelvis more this way here.
To the right.
From here, when you start bouncing, you will be able to use your body.
Got it.
So go to a reverse pivot posture at the top. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Okay. No left step.
What was that? I didn't step up.
You didn't step toward. Still, your lower body is quiet. That's why you're having a hard time here. in order to take this step well, you have to use this leg here. Push this leg, and then naturally you will take this step.
Got it. So get into
So the stepping is not reaching out both ways here. Not reaching out. Rather, you have to fall, or you have to drop your body in that direction. Then automatically you will take the step. Also by pushing the ground with the right leg, push and then drop this way. So you have to use the legs and to push the ground. No. So you are just keeping the knees flexed here, but actually you have to push, raise the right hip.
up. So I have to straighten this more.
Imagine the pelvis is inclined like this, right? And then if you turn the pelvis, it will go this way here and this way. So when you turn this way, then the right hip should go up, left hip goes down. If you add the shift slightly, then this happens here. This happens here. So this side is up, this side is down. Also here, up and down. So you should have a good up and down motion. By shifting the pelvis and then introducing this push, you'll be able to bring the hip up.
Got it.
So unless you have a good push here, it's hard to start the.
Start to the left. Got it.
That's easier. So when you let your body drop that way, then that step should be a lot easier. Again, throw the club more actively in the trigger motion and then bring it back actively. So make everything active all the way. No, that's weak. That's a slow. And also in the trigger motion, you're not turning your shoulders that much. Trigger motion is not just this motion here. Rather, you have to turn your shoulders. With this shoulder turn, then using this, you can have active shoulder turn during the backswing.
Got it.
And then downswing, active shoulder turn.
Got it.
So the whole purpose is using the legs, you will drive the pelvis. With that, you will have a shoulder turn here, instead of using the arms much. Okay. So active shoulder turn, using the lower body. Yeah, that's okay, if you have to go that far. And then try to have good wind up in the backswing. Okay? Again. And it's not just throwing the arms and turning here, but you have to have a good push.
Yeah, I didn't use this later.
You know, left leg push. With this push, automatically you have this shift motion. So the shift is coming from the previous push on the opposite side. Push and then coming this way. And then push and then stepping this way.
Got it.
So push gives you the shifter. Still, you're not pushing much. So it's just to try to turn. But that's okay. Let's try to just make it more active in all the way. Okay. And then make the motion continuous, smooth and continuous. It's fast enough. However, it should be continuous and smooth.
So it's slow up here?
No, instead of doing this type of motion. Yep. Now keep a good, fast, really fast backswing. Okay, really fast backswing. Again, fast backswing, and then that will give you a fast downswing. The trigger was weak. The backswing was not that fast. In order to have a faster backswing, you have to use the trigger. Good trigger from here. From the trigger motion, you are bringing it back fast. So the trigger motion should be used in developing a faster backswing.
Does it go faster on the trigger or just normal?
Fast. And then you have to promote fast backswing. Then you have to use a trigger for that. So the trigger has to be in such a way that you actually take advantage of it and then have a fast backswing. Okay, now, so from now on the way down, what I want to see is throwing the hands and club that way.
Throwing.
Okay, more actively. Instead, it is not dragging everything here, but rather using good wind up here and then try to throw the arms and the club fast. Kick the ground with the left leg with that throw. So use add your arm motion and the wrist motion on the way down. Better. Mm-hmm. Still on the way down, you're trying to use your arms.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah, you have to use the shoulder turn with that, let go. Shoulder turn is important. Okay?
Turn, which is shorter, the forward swing or the back swing?
In the backswing, shoulder turn. Yeah, still on the way down, you are sort of cautious here. Okay. If you just ease and let it go, swing, swing. Depending on how you use your body, without moving the body a lot, still you can give good speed. Okay? This is possible, but in your case, you try to do this too much. So you're not really letting the arms and club go.
Trying to control it too much.
So use the body early on. Here you have a good acceleration and then let it go. That's why I say throw it. Develop good momentum on the way down and then let it go. So it's all about how you use your body. Yes, still in the downswing, you are just turning the whole body together instead of really kicking the ground.
So keep your back more towards target. Push down.
No, it's not that. That you have to really, from here, push the ground with the left leg, and with that, throw, let it go, instead of just turning together.
So I should push down and out.
So when you have a good shift, then you will be able to put more weight on your left side, and then with that, you will be able to push the ground with the left leg better.
Okay.
But that's okay. So let me record this. You'll already see very different swing. Okay, ready, go. That trigger was weak. You keep forgetting. Active trigger with that active backswing.
Okay.
Ready, go. The second step was late. Mm-hmm. It has to be done while you're going through the backswing, and already you have to have second step, but it's all done at the end of the backswing. It's late. Mm-hmm. So you have to take the second step earlier, so that when you have a second step earlier, you can really push this and then start the downswing instead of using the arms. Okay?
Got it.
Yeah, see, this timing is late, so what happens is you're just turning the body together.
Okay. All right, so I get a push.
Now, this is stage one, but let's compare this with your, this was your initial swing. Now the flow is better. Now let's go to stage 2. Stage 2, eliminate this step, only take this step here.
Okay.
So then the timing is really important. So use a bit wider stance, not full stance. And then keep this room here. Go here, and then without taking step, bring it back here. But during the backswing, take this step and then let it go.
Okay.
So that step, in order to have that step early enough, you have to really push this side. Push, then during the backswing, you will be able to take a step here.
Okay. So as it's going back. Gotcha.
So by the time you reach the top, already you have the foot touch it down.
I'm still going forward.
Really use the trigger motion active and then promote good backswing. Late. The step was late. Late. Late, and also it was almost a no step. It was just you're too close. Keep a bit wider stance. You have to use the legs actively. So here, go here, push, and then take the step. Push and step. Unless you push well, it's hard to take that step. Just from here, keeping the knees flexed all the time here, and then try to take a step, then it's a reach out. But when you have a good push, and automatically you're moving this way. That was better. You're getting better. So you're getting used to stage 2. So this is always what happens when you repeat the motion. Oftentimes, I don't even have to tell you anything. Just ask you to repeat this, let's say 20 times. The automatically will find the right rhythm. Yeah.
One of my big problems in life is where you see me dance. It's not good.
Yeah, that means you don't have a good up and down motion here. When you have a good vertical rhythm, everything comes together. Yeah, it's pretty much just a turning here. But when you have a good vertical rhythm, so it'll be more like this. Swing. 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 So the whole timing and the rhythm is dictated by your active leg actions. I may have to start a dance class. Okay.
Might help.
Get some beats going.
I try to feel the up and down rhythm more. Yeah. And then during the backswing, you are using your arms here. So if you have a good trigger with the shoulder turned here and using the shoulder turn and bring it back instead of using arms. So the arm motion should be added at the end here. So this way, when you throw this, still is a body-driven motion here, and then add the arm motion at the end. On the back is a body-driven motion, and then add the arm motion, and the body, and then arm. Yeah, so basically just ride the rhythm. As long as you ride the rhythm, then as you repeat this, you will find more comfortable and flowing motion. Okay, let me record. So stage 2, Ready, go. Go. Ready, go. Go. But you can go a lot faster than this, you know, all the way. And then the backswing, you're not going that far.
You can go bigger.
Yeah, you're limiting the backswing size. Yeah, about this much here, but I want you to go to the horizontal. Actually, if your goal is to move it to a horizontal position, then it will go a bit more. Don't be afraid of moving the club more. Now let's go to stage 3. No step. No step. So, no step.
Oh, no step, sorry.
So assume your regular stance. Still maintain the trigger. So now, without taking step, but still you have to have a similar motion. Okay. So you use the trigger, active trigger, and the fast backswing. That's not fast. So faster. Make it faster. Both, all the way. So again, in order to have that fast downswing, you have to have good windup. And then the downswing should come from good windup and then let it go instead of using this.
I didn't wind up or not.
In order to have good windup, you have to really have fast motion using the momentum. When you go to the backswing, instead of using arms here, using the momentum, you will have enough turn here. So your goal is to have enough turn, and then go to this reverse pivot posture. And on the way down, you have to keep it closed, delay opening of the chest, and then let it go. So ultimately, this should happen. But for the moment, let's use the trigger to promote really fast backswing. And then using this backswing, create good wind up. Using the wind up, let it go. These are all connected.
Yeah.
So if you want to make any changes, then that's got to be the earliest part, which is the trigger. If you do the trigger well, then everything will follow. Yes, that's good. That's good connection. Connect everything and then make it fast. Yes, you get the flow. Use the shoulder turn and then let it go. Now it's the motion is a lot more flowing.
It's much easier on my body.
Yeah, and I can see you're using your body a lot better now.
Yeah, it's not, I don't feel the tension in normal spots.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to work on it.
Look at this flow here. Yes. So you don't have any unnecessary movement, and you have good connection here. So actually, now the motion is going really well. And in order to increase the downswing speed, you have to increase more wind up, and then you don't open early, but you have to keep it closed, and then using the left leg, kick and then let it go. Now let me record this stage 3. Okay, ready, go. You took the step this time. It's a stage 3, no step.
Try it again.
Okay, ready, go. Go. So actually taking step is okay. Okay, taking step is okay, or having step-like action is okay, like lifting the heel.
That's what I was doing before. I had the computer.
These are okay. So it will just increase the dynamics. Ready, go. So now you just changed your swing quite a bit here. So we have good flow now.
Okay.
But you're turning your body too much
That's right.
down still because you're turning the whole body. You tend to still turn whole body. You have to really let the arms go. And then when you use the arms actively here, then the body will slow down better. So you can just nicely stop here instead of going all the way here. So you have exaggerated follow through here. Okay. You're putting too much effort in the turning body all the way here. Instead, using the wind up here, from here, as you speed up the body turn, and then throw the arms, and then slow down nicely. Yeah, but the flow is now a lot better. Nothing is excessive here. You are letting it go. Okay, now, so let's focus on now keeping the shoulders closed more. Okay. So in order to have that, you have to have this feel. During the backswing, you have to have a good shift. Always you have to have a good shift away. This will give you recentering here. So try to have more lateral shift. You start from here. From here, before you turn, you have to have shift first. That's why it's important to push the ground with the left leg. So when you have good push with the left leg, automatically you will have this shift here. And then during the backswing, if you push, then automatically you will have this shift here. So we have shift away in the recenter. Try to emphasize the shift. Okay, so emphasize the shift motion, and it's called the shun rhythm. Shift first and then turn. Before the shift is done, no turn. Okay, so keep it here and then shift. So what actually happens is, as your shoulders are turning this way, okay, still it's not completed, but you're already introducing the shift motion. And also, when you go this way, as the shoulder turning, you are introducing this shift motion. So then this turn and this shift are overlapped. However, this shift and the next turn should be completely separated. So always between shift and the following turn, complete separation. That's why it's called the shift turn rhythm or shun rhythm. But the turn and the following shift are overlapped. So as you turn this way, you're already initiating the shift motion here, and as you're turning this way, you are initiating this shift motion, and then let it go. Yeah, so the timing is really important. If the timing is late, then shift and the turn occur at the same time, then you have a lot of motion laterally.
Got it. That's good, yeah.
Yes, like that. So try to emphasize the early shift, and then while still you're turning, you're shifting in the opposite direction. Yes, this time it was way outward because you dropped this side. No need to drop this way. So when you introduce this shift, it's gotta be the whole body moving here instead of sliding here. When the pelvis slides, then you will go low here. So the whole thing should actually, when you shift, try to push an imaginary wall here with the upper part of the trunk. Push against my hand, yeah, instead of a pelvis sliding.
Okay.
So that way you will be able to drop your body.
Got it.
So as you turn and then drop your body and then let it go.
Okay. So it's almost everything going flat.
And then the other way, the same thing. After the trigger, when you shift it that way, the same idea here. So now your problem initially was swinging this way, right? Now your swing path is more this way.
Neutral, in a good way.
So again, try to have good turnaround, good wind up, and then early initiation of shift, and then let it go. So do not overdo the shift. So if you overdo the shift, then your body is moving too much. So actually, still the main thing is turning motion. And then with this shift and turn, shift and turn, shift and turn. So still turn motion is the main one.
Yeah.
So you will introduce the shifter earlier, but do not overdo the shift. Yes. Okay. So what they will do is you have tendency of opening the chest early, right? Yeah. But when you shift while still turning this way, then you will be able to delay opening and then finally let it go here. Instead of go here, just turning, opening, go here and let it go here. Okay. So you will delay opening of the chest. With that, you will be able to engage these muscles more. Right. When it comes, so on the way down, when the hand pad more goes this way here, when you turn the body early, then your hand comes in front here. Right. But when you have the body closed here, you start the downswing, the hands are more coming this way, and then you're turning around.
Got it. That's fine.
Then you have to engage these muscles more. It's too much outward. So you have to keep the hands closer and then turn around. So now we have different things. During the trigger motion, you have to overlap the turn and the shift. And then during the backswing, also have the same thing. So it's a complex, right? So let's simplify. The only thing you need to worry about is good shift away.
Okay.
So using left push, if you have a good shift away, automatically you have good recentering. Okay. Because all these are all related, although we have several things, but you can just reduce it to just one thing, good shift away. When you have good shift away, then automatically you have a good recentering. And with that, delayed opening again. So now the swing is not coming from your arm action, but from here, your body turn. Right. This is giving you the downswing now. Yeah. Okay, again, have a good shift away and then recenter. Again. Try to delay opening a bit more. So imagine the Happy Gilmore move. So swing. So go here. Take this much time, intentionally. So it is important to have enough time at the top. It's not completely stop, but you are simply having more time. When you have more time here, then your lower body actually will be able to prepare for the downswing better. Got it. Yeah. So that time up there is actually having good mature, helping you to have a mature backswing, then good transition there. Okay. So no rush down.
Okay. The rush down goes to my chest, looking over it when I feel it.
Now the motion is fairly body driven. It's changing. Now make trigger faster and then backswing faster. So with the rhythm. You rushed it down. Let the body turn more, okay? And then using the momentum here, let the body have more wind up, no rush. Using the momentum, try to have good wind up and then let it go. Yeah, that's better. That timing was a lot better. Again. Still, the impression we get is at the beginning, it looks like you have too much thinking there. So it gives us the impression that you have too much thoughts there. So move, instead of just holding it here, move your body a little bit. So, okay, make it, even the beginning of the motion should be, easy, natural start instead of intentional start. Yeah, so basically, when you allow your body to move laterally, slide here, if you feel this motion here, before you start, then you will be able to let it go and then swing. But if you are standing here, then you always have to use this motion as a trigger for this trigger. It's because at the beginning, you're stationary here. But when you just let your body move a little bit, that means you have to push the ground with like this. When you have this motion here, then it's easy to start.
Got it.
Yeah, so try to push the ground with the alternating, feet. Yeah, so when you have that kind of rhythm all along, it's a lot easier to start the swing. So it's all about weight shift. Okay, pushing the ground while alternating here. And they have more wind up. Good wind up. There you go. So imagine you're pulling the bow, the string, build the tension, and then let it go. Instead of let it go. Have more time up there. Ooh. That's better timing. But still, the backswing should be faster and then have that much time. No, it's a rush down. Because you have to have, here, whenever I say have more time, then you tend to slow down this. So overall, you want to have more time, but rather, still faster motion, but here have more time, so that your lower body can move.
Okay.
The motion should be fast enough, but using the momentum, if you have a good wind up, if you let the club go more, using the momentum, then naturally you'll have more time. But if you cut it short here, you have to rush.
Got it.
In order to use the body muscles, then you have to let it go all the way and then have a mature backswing. Turn more. Have good wind up. Using the wind up, hit the ball. Again. And on the way down, make sure you throw the arms. So you have to use the mobility allowed it here by throwing arms. Not just turning all the way together. And then use your wrist. So toward the end of the backswing, the wrist motion here. And also on the way down, add the wrist motion here. If you use your wrist properly, then you will have a lot more speed. Okay, use the wrist actively. Yes. Now that has to start with the trigger motion. Even at the end of trigger, you can give a wrist motion here, wrist here, go up and wrist here, and on the way down, wrist.
So add wrist into the trigger.
And also, when you start using the wrist on the way down, your body turns less. And then instead of stopping here, it's continuous motion here. So ride the rhythm, ride the rhythm. Your legs are always acting. Yes. And also, when this goes fast and then you stop here, then it becomes a snappy motion, right? So it has to be continuous. So the whole goal is to move the club head continuously.
Right.
So here, let it go, bring it back, and then let it go. Instead of go here, and then stop, and then start moving here. So make it continuous, fast enough, but continuous. The club head should move continuously. So if you can come up with a continuous club head motion, then the body will automatically respond to that. That's better connection, yeah. So particularly at the top, by giving more motion, let it go and then come back instead of stop and then try to start. Yes, that's the idea. Stopped, and then try to do this. So remember, this wind up and then the body shift should be overlapped. As you're still going this way, your lower body is already moving this way, and then let it go. So that's the key in your case. Right now, the whole flow is really good, except that transition. Let's record this. Yeah, but the motion will be quite different from the previous one. Okay, ready, go. Ready, go. Once you get into this rhythm, when you practice more and more, then you will be able to see your speed increases. Soon you will send me, this is my expectation, you will send me a picture with 115, 100, close to 120.
That's what I want. You want 30? Oh, that's good.
Now this flow versus here you are using wrist more. So it looks a bit easier, right? Yeah.
Wow.
So you have to mobilize all this. There's no reason to restrict the range of motion by holding the joint, particularly the wrist joint.
Right.
Now, again, I will give you 5 chances. Swing hard 5 times. Stage 5 stage 3s with the active wrist motion. So from now on, I think the best is just to repeat the motion and then build more confidence. Yeah, use the wind up, good wind up, and then let it go. Backswing can be faster, and then have more time. When you go fast, and then you also rush. So the reason why that happens is at the end of this side here, at the end of the trigger, go here and then you just come down here. Here even you have to have this pattern. When you have more time here, then you will have more time here because these are all connected. You're already telling your body what to do. But if you go here and just come down this way, you'll also come down this way. Go here and then overlap the turn and the shift here, and then you will also have the same thing here. Now, fold your arms. Lean forward. So from here, as you go this way, and then start this motion, bring it back, and then going this way, and then let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So your shoulders are taking over now. So let's go to the first. This one here. As you go this way, and then you will introduce this motion. That has to come from left leg push. Again, push, and then this will happen. Now, if you push the right side, push, and then this will happen automatically, right? And then just the turn around.
Got it.
So go here, push left side, and come down, and let it go. Now you have the rhythm, up and down rhythm. Go push, and let it go. So the time is actually coming from your lower body action. Okay. So ooh, 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 ooh. Again, oop, ooh, ooh. Okay, do it on your own. Yes. Now you see that this motion, up motion, that will give you more time. Yeah. So if you don't use your legs, it's hard to control the timing here. So again, push up, push up, push up. Yes. That rhythm again. Yes, the leg action. Now let's try to take advantage of that. Try to engage your legs more.
Doing that trigger.
But it's a bit snapping motion here, just to make it continuous. Yeah. Now put everything together, and then while you're feeling the rhythm, and then try to again have good wind up and then let it go. Yes. Now I see better rhythm here. Yeah. So. Now you naturally have more time here because of the leg action. Yeah. Yep. Yes. So really, the trigger motion, the purpose is not to throw it this way, but using this motion, try to bring it actively. And also using this motion, try to bring it actively. So that's why it should be connected. Yeah. So that motion will actually is used for this motion here. Yes. That's how it's all connected. Again, pay attention to the club head motion. The trigger was too small. Let's make it a bit bigger. So using this motion, you are activating this motion. Using this motion, you are activating this motion. Okay, now try to swing really hard, all the way, really fast. Give me your fastest swing. This is the end of the world. So you have no more chance. Swing it hard, make it really fast. No, I don't think it is.
That was so slow.
Yeah, the backswing is really slow. Remember, make it fast enough so that you feel uncomfortable. So
One swing to say.
make it as fast as you can. That was snappy because you stopped here and then tried to do this. Connect everything. And then so the motion should come from your body, not the arms.
Right. That was an arm.
Really fast motion. Again. Don't be afraid of going far down here. Give more motion.
Longer.
Yeah. You're not passing the horizontal line. Go more. So give more motion here. Don't be afraid. Yes. That's better.
So 130 again?
No, I don't think it's below 110 right now.
That's I'm registered, but
99.
99.
More. Yeah, because you try to just limit it here. That's why you are stopping and then using this. Let it go all the way here. When you have more club turn, then on the way down you use your body. That's better. Yeah. So keep more shoulder turn, more wind up, and then let the club go. And make it fast. Still, it's not fast. Yes, you see. That kind of speed is what I expect. So for that, you have to have a really fast backswing and then use your body and let it go. No, that trigger motion is too cautious here. Turn the body. The whole purpose is turning your body with the trigger. Look at that.
Yeah, much better.
Look at that. Yeah. That's you because now you are engaging these muscles here. Yeah. So really breaking out of your shell, you are a chicken, baby chicken inside the shell. You have to really break it, then get out to grow, right? So you are still afraid of giving speed here, particularly in the backswing. But once you break out of it, then suddenly your swing will become very different. Yes. Now your swing is becoming more rigorous. It was rushed. It was rushed. Okay, now I will record this. Keep good wind up, faster wind up. Okay, ready, go. The backswing was not that large. It didn't pass the horizontal. Yeah, this is something you have to fight. Once you get out of it, then it's easy. You will be able to do it again and again. But so ready, go. This was large enough. So when you have that large backswing, automatically you have more time here. So let's see the down the line view first here. Look at this.
Yeah.
How much you go. Yeah. So you have good wind up here. Start the downswing with the body. This one a bit smaller.
Yeah, it was.
Then you tend to use this here. But yeah, now you are breaking out of your shell. So again, all you need to remember is give enough turn here. Give enough turn. Don't worry about it. So once you develop really big motion, and if it is too much, then you can always reduce the magnitude. But if you cannot go any further than this, then you're always confined within that limit here. Let it go more here, and then swing. So, okay, one last time. Yes. So as long as you do that, and repeat that motion, then you will be able to really use the body.
Great.
Okay? All right, so
Thank you.